Pro tricks that will make you smile. Let's go. And we're gonna start inside Steel's POV on Inferno. He holds this common corner position on A bomb site, and when there's less than 30 seconds left into the round, just in case, he throws a one-way smoke that will help him to passively defend the bomb site. Get to the very corner and aim at the bottom left side of this black arrow on the box. Left click throw. Smoke pops behind default and leaves you a nice gap to work with. If it's the end of the round, enemies have decided to attack A, just play it right and this smoke will 99.99% sure cause some serious trouble for the enemy team. Feel free to try it out. Next up to Dust 2, if you want to see some top-notch fresh ideas even on those old maps, watch Hard Legion demos. Their approach to the maps is pretty unique and they do use some cool moves in different scenarios. In this Deagle Buy round, I want to show you how they wait CT side mid guy to peek them. Crad leading the way as he is close to the door's position, patiently waiting for an enemy to peek. But have a look at the whole combo. If you would peek this, you'd have to face 3, they could win your rounds Deagles, and they are on 3 different levels as well. Firstly, it's pretty hard to see all of those heads, and secondly, it's pretty hard to do anything against it. It's hard to flash them since they hold tiny angles, and it's almost impossible to nade them as well because they have objects in front of them to find quick cover, and the levels help them as well. So overall, in my opinion, pretty cool approach that I haven't seen before to wait CT side players to peek you at middle. Alright, Overpass, we are looking at Ents Aerial's POV. If you're struggling to smoke heaven when you're out on B bomb site, then this is something for you. Get your back against the site here, position is pretty loosey-goosey, aim at the corner like Aerial, and nothing less than a left click throw. Stylish bounce and heaven smoke it is. As they say, all good smokes end up in heaven, so this is for sure a pretty good smoke to have in your nades arsenal. Inferno, nothing too special here, just Furlan showing a gap wallbang at the B bomb site. It should be well known for experienced players, but for newcomers, this position is only wallbangable when you find this gap. When you miss the gap, you deal 0 damage, so it may be a bit trickier than you think. Of course, the same idea works vice versa as well. I'm not sure how effective it is though, probably pretty useless. Another idea from Dust 2 and Hard Legion. We are in Krat's POV. He gets to this short corner, aims like shown, a bit in the wall from this red text. If you feel it's about time, then just jump throw. In 128 ticks, it gets the stairs and this common annoying corner. But what's interesting is that they use this Molotov as a 2-in-1. It clears the corner, plus it also provides them some cover to get close. As you can see, they are crouching behind this Molotov, and even if enemies were scoping short, you can't really see if anyone went through or not. This is again something that's not so commonly used and actually holds a great value in it. So enjoy. The first idea from Train, and it's a quick pop talk flash by Electronic. He bounces his flash off from the door and then jumps down pop as fast as possible. Although I feel he missed his flashbang a bit, because of the early bounce it doesn't go deep enough into pop. Of course it's a nice idea, just in the very beginning of the round it should explode a bit deeper into pop. As you can see, depending on your running angle and throwing point, you can create different flashes here, and the most effective one is a bit deeper than Electronic's version. Try it out yourself and find your favorite. Next up, a little bit of history, as I have never found anything interesting in the warm-up. Here's one interesting thingy straight from the warm-up. Sergey shows how he climbs to this connector self-boost position. As you could see, he didn't use the regular strafe jump, he pretty much hugged the pipe, just W'd himself to the position. When I tried it out, it wasn't that easy. For me the regular way is more consistent, but this idea may lead to some sort of easy consistent ways to get up there. Let me know if you come up with a good certain lineup like that. Again Overpass, this time through Handen's eyes. Firstly the common 2-man tower to get an entry towards P short. Then he falls back to banana and a bit later throws a flash like that. Pretty uncommon as it's very situational, but when your teammate is fighting from connector to B water, this is a perfect supportive flashbang right there, because there's just no way it hurts your teammate. If we hop into Yugi's POV, we can see that the flash did its work and blinded Yugi for a while. Know your nades, guys, know your nades. Back to Dust 2 and a nice little solo play by Kinky. Usually when people go out mid, they smoke CT. He does the opposite. He hugs this lower wall, aims like shown, and left click throws. Smoke will land close to mid B side corner, giving Kinky some room to work with and try to peek CT to hopefully help his teammates on A. Unfortunately no one to flank there, but he still gets what he's looking for. 1 versus 1 duel against CT spawn box guy, and he wins it. So again, a great variation what you can do when going out CT side middle. It was actually well coordinated with his teammates, so if anyone would defend A from ramp, he would most likely flank them with ease. Alright, Inferno, and still with a very simple smoke lineup that I haven't seen before. Of course I know some alternatives for the same smoke, but it was so nice that I just couldn't leave it out from the video. Maybe some of you find it easy enough to use it. Back yourself in the barrel corner, aim at the roof, and just a walk throw. Instead of a jump throw, it should give you a faster smoke for carb. As you can see in this case, smoke is even quicker than the Molotov. It was a matter of milliseconds here, just a nice timing moment, but overall this smoke should be faster than lots of its alternatives. And lineup is for sure lovely to some of you. Use it well. If you think that 1 + 1 is 14, then subscribe to the channel, because for the next idea we're on Dust 2. I really liked how Sydney likes to live on the edge here at B bomb site. He left a tiny angle for tunnels to spot enemies and just waits with only smoke in his hands. I guess he assumes that people usually don't peek that corner, and even if they do, it would be hard to hit Sydney, because this angle is almost non-existing. This is one way how you can play your mid round on B when someone watches middle for you. Sadly, he drops his smoke before he sees anyone. I wish to see this move in a real action, but at this point he most likely felt that they're gonna very soon hit B. Let them enjoy the smoke beforehand and try to hit B with around 10 seconds on the clock. Mirage and Nico with a B short smoke. That's a nice idea when short player likes to get aggressive at middle. Nothing special, position like this. Now he aims with his view models, crouches, and lets the left top side of the nade touch the darker cloth. Then stand up and left click throw. Here you have it. As ENCE went for top mid control, you can see how much trouble this easy smoke caused for CT side. They were afraid to go through it. Also, X7 played it cool. When he saw all the nades coming into B, he did his common right click close to van smoke and then re-peeked apps, using his smoke as a cover. Not a bad idea at all. Next up, Dust 2, Navi Jr. against Windstrike. 2 versus 2 situation, and juniors really didn't want to go any further than stay on the site because they knew enemies may be waiting in CT or nearby tunnels. So they used their full HP and knowledge to stay at the car position when the bomb explodes. Interesting fact is that Kosparadov, who got boosted up, lost 1 HP less than his teammate. Also, the overall damage depends on the bomb position, and this time it was planted right here. Of course, it's pretty advanced knowledge to know certain afterplant spots and how much damage bomb explosion deals when you're in there, but sometimes it's very useful. If they would be trying to run to tunnels, they would most likely be losing their nades and weapons. Nicely played by them. Another tip from this swag Moroccan map. Flame F with a Molotov from long to short. He positions himself close to door, aims like shown, and runs plus jump throws. Molotov will land to short and either forces defender to push through it to A plat or stay behind it in deep short. It's a pretty important fire, especially when you have your men's attacking A side from long only. Overpass with a must-know better version of the regular B-Water 2-man tower. Kinky as the bottom guy positions himself like shown, and Krat jumps on top of him. Because of the little object height difference, they are both able to stand up at that time. After the jump, firstly Krat crouches to slowly get to the position and hide himself, but then he stands up again. Now it's only a matter of waiting when Krat gets the kill to Travis. A super general move. Next up, Almighty Train. Here's one cool nade that's usually thrown on the top of the train, but Stomp King shows that when you are a connector player, rotator, you can throw it from lower ground as well. Just aim kinda in the middle of the train, run and jump throw. boom, it explodes a bit higher but would do decent damage to the guys who are boosting or setting up their nades. It's worth a replay. Alright, Kinky yet again with some kinky stuff at Playground. As he's hungry for info, he cleverly uses this tree and wooden plank with those holes to jump spot and see if CTs are pushing long. Here's how cool he looks while doing that. By the way, if you want to jump spot my next videos, then make sure to be subscribed. That's the least you can do.